डियर स्टूडेंट, सब्सक्राइब बटन और बेल बटन को दबाएं ताकि मेरे वीडियोस आपको सबसे पहले मिल सकें।
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My dear students, let's have one more example about the general form of vectors. Here is example number 2. In the diagram, here is the diagram. This is a quadrilateral PQR. Here T is the point of intersection of the diagonals, and with that we have given vectors PR. This is equal to 3PT. It's a ratio form, and then PS vector is given equal to 5B. Here is 5B, and PQ vector is given. This is PQ vector is given 4A plus B, and PR vector is given 3A plus 12B. The question part A we are going to first consider, and we will find its parts. And in part A, the statement is we are supposed to express the questions in terms of A and B, and the questions are that vectors are that we are supposed to find, that is RS vector, RT vector, and RQ vectors. Let's find these vectors from this picture. First of all, RS. Here is RS. As we have learned that to find any vector, we are supposed to find alternate route, and we are supposed to write that path first and then pick the values of the component of the part. Here is RS. This is RS. We have different possible path alternate routes. We can move from RT plus TS. This will be RS. But we need to think whether these values are available or not. We have a choice RP plus PS, RP. Yes, PR is given. This is in the form of 3PT. We can calculate from PT, but PR vector is itself given if we use this RP vector. Let's write the path. This is better, I suppose, but any path can be taken where the values are comparatively given. RS vector is equal to RP plus PS. This is the path for this vector. RS is equal to RP plus PS. My dear student, we have PR given in the question statement. We need to have RP. This is the opposite of this vector. What will we do? We write its negative vector. How can write? Just multiply with the negative sign. When we multiply negative sign this, it will become RP, and it will be converted in negative sign both the terms. इन दोनों का साइन हमारे पास बदल जाएगा, और इसके साथ नेगेटिव साइन आएगा, तो इनकी जगह बदल जाएगी, will become RP. So let's substitute these values, and we will get minus 3A minus 12B, and PS is 5B here, plus 5B. Let's simplify. We have 5B plus and minus 12B, so minus 3A, when we subtracted plus 5 from 12, so minus 7B. This is the value of the vector RS. Let's move for the second one, that is RT. Here is R and T. So again, we have different options, but there might be a ratio between the vectors, because this PR vector is given, and on this given vector there is possibility of having any ratio in the question, and here is the ratio given. We will utilize this ratio to make it in the form of fraction first. That will help us where to write which ratio. And this can be written as, there is only one negative sign here, minus 3 cancel 4, we got 2, we got 4. When 3 cancel 12, we got 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. This is 8b here. This is the value of RT. And now finally we need to find RQ. Here is RQ. This vector RQ, my dear student, is equal to RP plus PQ. Here is PQ given. RP plus PQ. So we need to find RQ, and its path is RQ. Its path is RP plus PQ. Let's substitute these values. RP is the reciprocal of PR. Here is PR. So again we will write in the form of opposite vector, minus 3a minus 12b. And value of PQ is given. PQ is equal to 4a plus b. This is plus 4a plus b. Let's simplify this and see what happened. Plus 4a minus 3a will give us only a, and minus 12b plus b give us minus 11b. So almost, you see, my dear students, this process of finding the vectors mentioned in this question, where we are supposed to express every given vector in the form of a and b, it's as similar as we have done in previous, from the beginning of general form that we are finding vectors. It's almost the same. In the same way we can find, and we have done by using in the beginning direct value, then use of concept of ratio, and then finally again alternate route, we got the last one, RQ vector. From this ratio PR or PT, we got 3 over 1. The portion PR is equal to 3 and PT is equal to 1. On this picture, if you look at here, PT is 1 and total is 3, it means here is ratio 2. Now we want to find the vector RT. RT we want to find, this is 2 ratio out of this total 3, and this RT, we have vector PR given, but here we want to find RT, is mean कि हमें PR की बजाय RP के vector को deal करना होगा. So for RT, we will utilize this concept of ratio that we already have done in the previous example, that RT vector will be equal to 2 ratio out of the total 3. So RT vector is equal to, this is 2 over 3 of total vector RP. PR is given, yes, PR is already given here, and we need RP, so we will write here 2 over 3 in place of here minus 3a minus 12b. This is answer, this is value. We can multiply inside. So it's 2 over 3 times minus 3a minus 2 by 3 into minus 12b. Let's simplify. This 3 cancel with this minus 3. We got minus 2a, and then minus into minus, it's become positive. Alright, my dear student, let's have part B in this question. Show that QT is equal to 3 into B minus A. Actually, we are supposed to find QT in the same way as we are finding vectors, but this is a different way of asking you question. क्वेश्चन पूछने का ये अलग से तरीका है. आपको QT शो करना है, इसके बराबर हम QT ही फाइंड करेंगे. इट्स मीन हमें आंसर पहले से दिया हुआ है. ऑलराइट, लेट्स सी वेयर इज QT. हियर इज QT. We need to find a proper alternate route. alternate root that has already its values. Qt might be equal to Qp plus Pt, but there is possibility here we don't have Tp. Pt is here in the form of ratio. But if we move on the path Qr, yes, we have already found its value, and then Rt, yes, we have both vectors. So the better option is for Qt, the better path is it's a Qr plus Rt. We have values of both Qr, although we have this value in the form of Rq. That's A minus 11b. This is A minus 11b is Qr. Basically, it was given in the form of Rq. We found it previously Rq, and here we need Qr. That's the opposite of this one. Here it would be A minus, and this would be positive. And then Rt, yes, we have found Rt. This is plus, and Rt is equal to, this is minus 2A minus 8B. This is Rt we have found in previous part. Let's simplify. Minus 2A and minus 8 will become minus 3A, and then 11B minus 8B will give us plus 3B. We can write this expression as 3B minus 3A, or we can have 3 common, and this can be written as B minus A. This is proof that actually we are supposed to show that Qs is equal to, Qt is equal to 3 into B minus A. Here is 3 into B minus A, this value of Qa. Alright, let's find the next part. Part number C. This is express Qs in terms of A and B. We need to find Qs. Here is Qs. This is Qs. Again, we have different paths. Qr plus Rs. We have found Rs as well. Or we can find Qp because we have PQ given here. Qp and then Ps, both values are here. Yes, so this is better choice here. But from every path, answer will be same. Alright, so Qs, its path is equal to Qp plus Ps. Well, let's substitute the values of Qp and Ps. We have PQ given, PQ value this, and हम इसका opposite vector use करना चाहते हैं, negative vector. तो value Qp क्या होगी? That will be minus 4a plus b. Now that will also be negative, minus b. Yes, sum of 4a minus b. And then we need to write the value of Ps, and Ps is equal to 5b plus 5b. Let's simplify this. Minus 4a will be as it is. Minus 1 subtracted from 5. This will be plus 4b. We can write 4b minus 4a is the value of Qs vector. This was part number C, my dear. You see, these two questions are a little different from the routine questions. The routine vectors were asked in the beginning, but here he said that we need to show that Qt is equal to this one, but if we see at the process is the same, that we write the path for finding this vector, and then we substitute the values of these component on this path, alternate route, and simplify it, and we reached up to the value that we are supposed to show. And in this part, the question was that we are supposed to express Qs and A and B. There's a similar as in the beginning parts as well. Anyhow, this is the way to find value of the vectors if the question is asked in little different way. Let's see the part number D. Alright, my dear student, look at part number D of the same question, and the part D is calculate the value of QT over QS. Then there is a ratio of area of triangle PQT over area of triangle PQS. Similarly, the remaining two triangles, the ratio of remaining two triangles will come in part number 3 as well. First of all, look at here. Whenever we need to find the ratio of any two vectors, we are supposed to write them and simplify them. We have found QT and QS, and we just need to put the values of here. The QT is given as, this is 3 into B minus A. We found in part number B, and the value of QS we have found in part number C, that was 4 into B minus A. This is vector value. Let's simplify. This can be cancelled with this one, and we have this value, which is actually numerical value we have to find. So this is 3 over 4 is the ratio of the vectors QT and QS. And now, if we move towards this part, question is, we are supposed to find the numerical ratio between the areas of these two triangles. My dear students, in vector topic, we have 3 types of methods while finding the ratio between the areas of the triangles or the figures. Number 1, there is possibility that the given triangles are similar triangles, or the given figures are the similar figures. If we have given similar triangles, we understand that according to the rules of similarity, if we see that the given triangles are similar, yes, then for finding ratio of area, we will use the formula of A1 over A2 equal to L1 over L2 whole square. This is the formula for finding ratio of area of similar figures. But if we see that the triangles are not similar, if we look at here PQT, here is PQ and T triangle, and the second one is PQ and S triangle. If we look at these two triangles, whether they are similar or not, so there is no indicator, no element that help us to diagnose that these triangles are similar or not. So simply, there are no positive singular, so these two triangles are not similar. When the triangles are not similar, then what to do? We have the second method of using common height phenomena. In this phenomena, we are using the basic simple concept of area of triangle that help us to find the ratio between the triangle. And there is third concept. If we are unable to properly apply common height phenomena, then there is a process of indirect process of finding ratio by the use of application of ratio concept here between the triangles. But here we see that these two triangles are not similar. Okay, we will move towards having a common height from these two triangles. Here is PQT, the base is up to here because this side is common and this point is common in two triangles, and the second one is PQS, this is PQS. For the first triangle, the base is here. For the second triangle, PQS, base is QS. Alright, let's draw a line that work as a common height. Yes. And this is H here. Common height is here. This is H. The base for PQT is QT. And the base for PQS is QS. Let's write in a way that normally we write. So the area of these two triangles is equal to 1 by 2 into height H into base. This is QT. This is height. This is QT. Simple formula of finding area of triangle I'm using here in this method. This is 1 by 2 into H into the base QS. And we have both vectors, and we will cancel this number. H can be cancelled with this one, this cancelled with this one. We got only QT over QS, my dear, and we have vector QT, that is 3 into B minus A, and QS is 4 into B minus A, and you can see this factor is can be cancelled here, and we will get only 3 over 4 is the ratio between the area of these two triangles, because we have utilized the common height phenomena here, and that is the use of common height in the simple formula of area of triangle. Then simplify, and we got the ratio between the areas. Let's move towards part number 3 of. Here is, my dear, part number 3. We are supposed to find area of triangle PQT over area of triangle RQT. Let's look at figure. What is the relation between these two triangles? Maybe they are similar, but so we are supposed to look at these two triangles very closely, then decide they are not similar, then we will come back in common height phenomena. RQT is this triangle, and then RQT, this is PQT is the first one, and RQT is the second one. These two are the triangles, and it is looking that they are not similar. Then what will we do? We will draw a common height for both the triangles, and here is height represented by H. Now the process is same as we did in the previous part, that we will write the simple formula with the common height H, 1 by 2 into common height H into, what is the base here? Base is RT. Here is RT, and this is divided by 1 by 2 into H into the height for this. The first one is PQT, sorry. This is PQT, and its base is PT. Yes. So base is PT here, sorry. This is not RT, this is PT here. This portion. And here is RQT, this is RQT, and base is RT. Yes. Here is this value. Alright, my dear students, what we do here, this cancel with this H, this cancel with this cancel with this one, H cancel with H. Now we got only, this is RT vector over sorry, this is PT, not RT, and here is RT. And if you look at a given value, we can see here this PT is equal to, 3 can move to this side, it will be 1 by 3 into PR. PT is equal to 1 by 3 PR. We have found this value of PR, and we can put this value, because PR is obviously given in the question even. So 1 by 3 PR is the value become the PT. PT has value of 1 by 3R. If you take 1 by 3 of this one, this is equal to PR. And RT, we have found the value of RT, that was equal to minus 2A minus 8B. This was the value of RT. And now let's substitute the value of PR here, and this is 1 by 3 into, this is this the direction PR and PT same? PR, okay, yes, it's the same. And this is 3A plus 12B whole divided by minus 2A minus 8B. Alright, let's have common 3 from here. This will become, this will be, let's move a little back. This is 3 into A plus 4B over, and we have 3 here, and then we're gonna have minus 2 common from here, and this is, I think there's a sign of problem, and the problem is because of this direction. We are using PT here, and here we are taking RT. If we are making their direction same, then this RT would be TR. And actually we need here, instead of RT, we need TR. So for this purpose, we are supposed to erase it here and we are supposed to write it TR. Because we're using PT, we need to have the same direction vector TR, and this will change the sign of these vectors. Yes, they will be positive. And now we will take positive common too, and we have A plus 4B. Now from here we can see this 3 is cancelled with this one, and this cancelled with this whole vector, and we got the ratio 1/2. Alright, you have seen my dear students that process is 100% similar like part number we have done in part number 2. To find the ratio of area of triangles, we need to assess whether they are similar or not. If they are not, then we are moving towards common height phenomena. We draw height from a common point to the common base that help us to write their area in the form of simple area formula of triangle, and then we cancel the similar values and the remaining vector values we substitute here. We need to write here also not RT, should be TR, because both vectors should have the same direction, PT and TR. And now so I substituted their values and simplify them, and finally I got this ratio between the area of these two triangles, PQT and RQT. Here is the answer for this. My dear students, in this whole topic of vector, this is a typical area. You need to concentrate a little more. First, learn all these things very carefully with good concentration and interest and good energy level as well. Revise it while watching this video again and again, so that you must have a clear concept about the different types of writing ratio of areas, and then apply on different questions to get more practice, and you will see there won't be problems regarding these questions as well. You will have very good command on these questions if you pick the guidance, utilize it. I assure you, inshallah ta'ala, best dear students, let's see the topic position vector. A position vector of a point is its vector from the origin. For example, we have coordinate axis. Here is origin, and for example, this is x-axis. We know this is x-axis, and here is y-axis. Here is the point A. This is point A, this is point B. It's containing coordinates 3 and 6, for example, and this might be 8 and 2, probably. These are the points here. What are the position vector for these 2 points, and what is the method to calculate it? My dear students, here is a simple and basic concept. If you want to find the position vector of OA, vector OA is the position vector of the point A, and the method of finding this vector is write the coordinates of the final point, that's A. This is final point, this is beginning point. Write the coordinates of final point, that is 3 and 6 first. Then always minus, write the coordinates of the starting point of the vector. And the starting point is origin, that is 0 and 0. When we are writing in this shape the ordered pair form of the point, finally when we are going to write the resultant will not be ordered pair. The resultant must be in the form of column vector. Here is a column vector is the resultant of the subtraction of these two. This is 3 and 6 is the column vector, which is actually the position vector of the point A. And similarly, as this is described in the definition, that a position vector is the vector of any point from origin. Let's see for position vector of B in a similar way. that if we want to find position vector of B, that is OB. This is a position vector of B, and we will write the coordinates of final point first, and the coordinates of B are 8 and 2, always minus, and then write the coordinates of the initial point, origin, that is 0, 0. Let's simplify. When we simplify in vector these two order pair, we are supposed to write in the form of column vector. Subtracting 0 from 8 give us 8, subtracting 0 from 2 will give us 2. This is a column vector representing the position vector of the point B. This is basic concept of finding position vector. But my dear students, for example, there is a question that actually you need to find the vector AB. If the coordinates are given and if we are supposed to find the vector AB, now there are two methods. Number one, you can use the same method for the coordinates of these 2 points and you can get the vector AB. OA and OB were the position vectors of the point A and B, but in presence of order pair form of points, if the question is find vector AB, and we know that the coordinates of A and B are given, the same method you can apply to find this vector, and you can come with the previous general concept and then find by alternate route as well. Both methods are acceptable, but if you feel more convenient that as we have done process here for the position vector, we should apply the same one. Okay, then the order pair for the endpoint of the vector must be written first. Coordinates of B, they are 8 and 2, must be written first, always negative sign, and then coordinates of point A, they are 3 and 6. And when we have these 2 points, again in a similar manner, let's simplify 3 from 8, we will get 5, and 6 from 2, we will get minus 4. This is a column vector representing AB vector where A and B are containing order pair, their point containing order pairs. Here is the process to find the vector. My dear students, let's see one example for the use of the concept of position vector. Here is, in this example, point P is given with coordinates minus 1 and 3, and there is a vector given PQ with components minus 2 and 5. There is vector given PR with components 0 and 7, and the question is we are supposed to find the coordinates of Q and R. Let coordinates of Q are X and Y, and we have given point P with coordinates minus 1 and 3, and we can see, my dear, we have given vector PQ and PR. We will utilize them for finding the coordinates of these 2 points. First of all, focus on PQ. We have one PQ given, and here we will find the vector PQ with the help of these 2 coordinates. PQ vector, as earlier we have learned, when the coordinates are given, what is the method to find the vector PQ? अगर coordinates दिए हुए हों तो PQ vector कैसे find करते हैं? जहां पर वेक्टर का हेड है, यानी वेक्टर पहुंच रहा है, उसके कोऑर्डिनेट्स पहले they are x, y, and the starting point's coordinates of the starting point must be after the minus sign, minus permanent always, and this is minus 1 and 3. When we are writing this and when we are subtracting this, the resultant must be written in the form of column vector. That should not be in the form of order pair. Minus and minus, this is plus, this is x plus 1. X plus 1, we got first component of this column vector, and then subtracting 3 from y, this will be y minus 3. Now, here we have found one vector PQ whose value is this, and one vector PQ is already given. Now we will equate these 2 vectors to find the value of x and y. They will be the component of point Q. Here is PQ is equal to PQ. Both vectors are same. Let's write their values here. This is x plus 1 and y minus 3, and the second PQ vector is already given in the question. This is minus 2 and 5. This statement shows that this vector, column vector, is equal to this column vector. It means first component is definitely equal to first component. Let's equate them and solve for the value of this unknown x. Here is x plus 1 is equal to minus 2. And if we simplify, solve this equation, transfer 1 to other sides, this x will be equal to minus 2 minus 1. Its value is minus 3. Similarly, let's work for the second component. This is y minus 3, that is equal to 5. Let's solve it. When we transfer this 3 to other side, this will become positive. This is equal to, so y will be equal to, this is 5 plus 3, this is equal to 8. Therefore, the point Q has coordinates minus 3 and 8. Similarly, we can find the coordinates of point R. Let's work here. Let the coordinates of R are x and y, and here we will get again help from point P as well. The coordinates of point P are minus 1 and 3. In the same way, here is point P. Let's find vector PR. We will write the coordinates of this point, the point at the head of this vector first. This is x and y minus coordinates of point P, that's minus 1 and 3. Now, when we write subtracting these two points for the purpose of finding vector, we are supposed to write in the form of column vector. This is x plus 1 and this is y minus 3, in the same way as we got vectors here in case of PQ as well. Now, we have already given PR vector, we have found with the help of these coordinates, and one PR is already given. We will equate them for the values, finding the values of x and y. Here, x plus 1 and y minus 3, this is PR vector, and this is equal to PR vector which is given in the statement, and this is 0 and 7. And my dear students, let's equate first component with first component. It means x plus 1 is equal to 0, implies that x is equal to minus 1. And now y minus 3 is equal to 7, and this is y will be equal to 7 plus 3, and it will give us 10. So therefore, point R has coordinates minus 1 and 10. So this is the point here, and this is the point here, is the answer for this particular example, my dear student. This is the use of the concept of position vector in the problems. And I hope you must be clear about this concept, how to find vector when the coordinates are given, and what is their use in little extended questions, and what kind of question could be there. The rest of concepts are too easy, and they're mostly senses you have already done. And I hope that if you make some practice about this concept and the question around it, the rest of things that you have already done, and I'm sure that you will have very good command on the concept of position vector and their use in different type of questions. And I hope that if you carry on your practice for the whole topic of vector, whose different different concepts we have gained through different methods and techniques, and then with the help of examples, and I hope you will really prepare your topic in the form of a very excellent preparation for your any exam. Thank you so much.